building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds. People on the internet call me Supreme Rumham, and this is the Building an Indie Business podcast recorded in the Indie Business Studio. Alright, so I have been promoting the podcast on LinkedIn a tiny bit. I've already started. I've promoted at least a week worth of episodes, a business week worth of episodes, and I have been using some writing techniques that I've been reading about to make what I'm saying more memorable and get more people to click on my stuff. So it has been working actually. If you compare the Wanna Dog LinkedIn posts where I was just doing a little bit of the job description and the podcast LinkedIn post where I do some of the techniques that I've been reading about, I actually do get engagement and people actually clicking on my stuff. So like this only has 3 impressions, but I have someone clicking on it. This one here has 6 impressions, 1 person clicking on it. So the engagement rate is much higher on the podcast versus Wanna Dog. This one has 12 impressions and 2 people have engaged with it. This one here, 45 impressions and 3 people have engaged with it. Let's see, 42, 2 people have engaged with it, and actually someone reacted to it. So yeah, it's working in the sense that I'm actually getting more than I usually do from social media. Let me see, podcasts on Tinder. 2 people engaged with it, 14% engagement rate. So basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm going back and just promoting episodes, and I'm promoting episodes related to web development, basically, and just marketing. So I've taken all of the episodes, I've looked at them, and I have marked down the ones that I should be promoting on LinkedIn. So the first thing I've done is I have read a book from a marketer called Wallet Opening Words, and it just gives me techniques on things I can do to make my writing more memorable and more engage worthy, I guess. So it has 26 ideas or like proven things that I can do. So the first one is make it personal. Use the word you in the writing. I haven't tried this one. Another thing is state how long it took you. So for the dog and web development episode, I said it took me 2 weeks to gather the data. That was actually the first post. You want to tell people the benefits for them. So instead of saying innovative quality, you say this car is fast. Ask questions. The next thing is compare things to things that people know. So instead of saying 14 grams of protein, say as much protein as 6 eggs. You can also tell people not to do stuff. So if you're promoting New York, you can say don't come to New York in December. Focus on the benefits versus the features. So a great one is Apple. Instead of saying 4 gigabytes of music, say 1,000 songs in your pocket. Be specific, like very specific. Instead of saying 30%, say 32%. Saying fuck in your review, that helps. So I've actually tried this one. Use present tense instead of past tense. Is instead of was. So this movie I saw was the best movie I've ever seen. this movie I just watched is the best movie I've ever seen. Make the lines rhyme. So, making them rhyme. Invite them to make a change. You are free to accept or to refuse. You're giving them options. Create curious, inspired headlines that will retain the reader's attention. So, this surprise super drug that doctors won't share with you, it's more likely to catch someone's attention. So, use hidden letters, and that's why you see like blurred out letters or blurred out images. Use authority figures to sell and highlight certifications. So this is like Michael Jordan thinks this insurance is a slam dunk, or this product has been featured by Forbes, things like that. Give people a reason. That's as simple as saying because. Use this product because it's better than your previous options. Tell people that they've earned something. So not here's a discount, but you've earned a discount. Or this discount is reserved for you. Use alliteration. Sleep softens sorrows. Use scarcity. You can only buy, or purchases are limited to 2 products per order. Social proof. Add the most popular products on your most purchased products on your homepage is an idea. I've always used that. Labeling. So March 20th is the first day of spring, or May 14th as the first day of summer. It increases goal commitments. The biggest fresh start date is your birthday. You can also do New Year's. Instead of using free, you say it's $0. I guess they didn't mention this, but I guess my thing about that is it quantifies how much you're saving or how much it costs, and that works better than saying just free. Nouns are more persuasive than verbs. Sorry, I spelled nouns wrong in my notes. Nouns. I spelled it right. So saying I am a copywriter is better than I write copy. People like you. So you want to get the customer to feel like people are with them, right? So let's see. Most people, most in a hotel, you would do like most guests reuse their towels. Please reuse yours. It's better than help us save the environment. Please reuse your towel. So for LinkedIn promoting the podcast, I would do 9 out of 10 people on LinkedIn like this episode, or downloaded over 30,000 times by indie hackers around the world. And the last one is one more thing. So you say all these things, and then there's one more thing. And then I also not read, but there's this book I found, and it did like 30 things that you can do to make your writing more memorable. So, and some of them overlap actually. I won't say the names because these things have different names to different people, but there's alliteration, which I talked about in the previous book that I read. That's busy as a bee. Sleep softens sorrows. So things rhyming, things having the same letters. Then another example would be power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely is one example. So I can do that by this product works and the product I'm selling works better for your work. So that would be like a lawnmower works, and an automatic lawnmower works better for mowing the lawn. Things like that. The phrase beggars can't be choosers is another option. So I can be I can do something like I don't know, WordPress users have the I don't know. I can't think of anything. Another thing is hook, line, and sinker. I don't know. I guess I can just use hook, line, and sinker in my writing. So like smashing themes, um, products, get users, um, get more page views, hook, line, and sinker than other themes. Then there's this one where it's like you compare something like a body part to another thing. So it's her goodly eyes look like sapphires shining bright. So her goodly eyes, sapphires shining bright. Um, her eyes do not actually look like sapphires that are shining bright. Um, then you can do something like compare something like music to senses. So the example I have here is music that stinks to the ear. Um, so you can do like food that sounds bad to the mouth. The exact opposite. Um, then it's a lot of repeating that is very memorable. So you can do I'm so angry I could. So for smashing themes, I could do I'm so happy I could jump for joy or something like that. I don't know. Then there's that quote from Yoda that's try, do, or do not. There is no try. It's just like you're flipping your words because that's what Yoda did. It's not. It's like it's not a proper sentence. So you can try not doing your not grammatically correct phrases that would help make your writing more memorable. Um, then there's also our doubt is our passion, and our passion is our task. So um, that doesn't make any sense. Like your doubt cannot be passion, and passion cannot be a task. So it'd be something like our joy is making better products, and our joy is our task or something like that. I don't know. Sarah was awarded first prize after she wowed the audience with her singing. So I don't know. I forget what that is. Um, let's Google it and see better examples, because I just put my notes in here and it's loading. The subordination of one clause to another. What is an example? I am tired because it is hot. So, okay, that's like using the word because. It's giving you a reason why. Marked by use of connecting words between clauses and sentences, especially showing logic or other relationships between them. So yeah, that's also using the word because. It's connecting two ideas. Okay, yeah. Then there's also like repeating the same word over and over again. So a good example of this is like in movies when they yell the horror, the horror. See, you can do that with like so for smashing things, you can do the visits you'll get when you use a theme from Smashing Themes. Um, rhetorical question, which is a question that really doesn't have an answer. What's the deal with airline food? What's the deal with podcasting? That's another example. Um, then the beach with white sand, crystal clear water, and palm trees is the favorite hangout of locals. Okay, so this is just like listing things, and lists are very memorable, right? Um, and you want to do it in, three or more. So the beach with white sand, crystal clear water, and palm trees. That's the favorite hangout of locals. That's a list. Um, by length of time and siege. Okay. Um, let me Google this one and get better examples. Cause I forget. Um, examples. The expression of a single idea connected by two words and. Okay, that's weird. So I can do like looks good and effective. Uh, Smashing themes are effective and they look nice. And they look nice. Okay. Then another example is last week he was just fine. Yesterday he was just fine. And today he was just fine. So it's repeating the same idea over again. So, you know, nice design looked nice in the 2000s, in the 2010s, and now the 2020s. And that's what's important for Smashing themes. Something like that. Then there's I came, I saw, I conquer. Three ideas. So, I design well. I design for conversions. I design for money. I came, I saw, I conquer. I design well. I design for conversions. I design for money. Boom. When I addressed Fred, I never had to either raise my voice or my hopes. So, you can't actually raise hopes. So, it's like a made up idea. So it's just like it's something mental that you can do, but you can't actually. So when I create a theme on Smashing Themes, I don't know. I can't think of anything. So you don't have to use all of these. Is the point of this. Um this one, the example is got milk. So that's grammatically incorrect. Um the the actual thing that you should be asking is, do you have any milk? Got milk is pretty famous. It's not grammatically correct. So yeah. He fished for trout and compliments. So you can fish for trout, but you cannot actually fish for compliments. So it'd be like he designed for I don't know. He designed for companies and to for aesthetics. I don't know, something like that. Um, this one's called a paradox. The only constant is change. That's something that like two things that don't add up. So, like constant and change are two different ideas. Oh, there's one I didn't do. Okay, let's look this one up together. And someone is example. What is an example? The sentence, she has all my love, my heart belongs to her, is a figure of speech with grammar of one phrase is inverted in the following sentence, such as two key concepts from the original reappear in the second phrase in revert order. So she has all my love my heart belongs to her. She can't actually own the heart. Um, so yes, that is what that is. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Um, you know, tough can not actually get going, right? So that's the idea behind that one. Um, oh, I didn't do it. God, I skipped two. I spent all last night trying to find these and finish this for this episode. Um, this is still a good episode, I would say. Okay. This one, what is an example? His tender air might bear his memory. Is the repetition of vowel sounds and words that are close together in sentence. So his tender air might bear his memory. That's Shakespeare, by the way. So vowels that sound the same. The 14th rule, providing an unnecessary specific number for something for emphasis. So 32 instead of 30. Already talked about this. Somewhere I have never traveled gladly beyond. So, never traveled and then you want to go beyond. That doesn't make sense. This one is where you contradict yourself in writing. The sword wasn't useless to the warrior, wasn't useless. Though, so the sword was helpful to the warrior, is what that says, right? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. You cannot actually lend ears. So that would be something like get more eyeballs on your products is something I can do for that. Jack just got some new wheels. So that's like so that means Jack got a new car. So it's like a common phrase that people use. Then something like sleepless nights is it's something memorable that you can use, because you can't have sleepless nights, because the nighttime is for sleeping, and if you're the nighttime is for sleeping, so a sleepless night wouldn't be like a thing in the night, right? And then there's I heard it with my own ears. If you heard it, you heard it with your own ears, right? So you can just say, I heard someone say this. Then the queen is dead, long live the queen. She died, she can't live long. It's just saying like, oh, she lives in our memory forever. Then personification, that's when you give an inanimate object the characteristics of a human. So the tired old car coughed and wheezed and crawled down the street. So the tired old car, an object, coughed and wheezed like a human. So personification. Then there's hyperbole. I was dying of laughter. You weren't actually dying of laughter. You were just laughing so hard. It's basically just exaggerating. Then there's it's raining cats and dogs. It cannot actually rain cats and dogs. That's a made up phrase. You're just saying it rains so hard. So, something like faster than a speeding bullet. So smashing things will make your customers buy your products faster than a speeding bullet. That's how I can use that. Then there's prophesizing. That's just like predicting. So I can do like, you might like this episode because you like to learn about copywriting. Then there's our experts describe you as appallingly dull, unimaginative, timid, lacking in initiative, spineless, easily dominated, no sense of humor, tedious company, irreparably drab and awful. So you're just constantly listing things that are memorable, not memorable, but like the list of things are memorable because it's so long and specific. Then there's stuff like no comment is something that you can use. Like, it's a short sentence, right? So no comment. Here, let me look this one up again just to get an accurate description of it. Okay. And then there's only one more after this. If you have listened to this episode for this long, thank you. Examples. What is an example? We succeed, we were victorious, we were accomplished. Emphasize an idea of expressing it in a string of genuinely synonymous sentences. That's weird. Then why is my example no comment? Weird. Okay. So, I think I made a mistake there. Constructed a technique consisting of a sentence constructed of only nouns and adjectives. It later came to mean a series of nouns and adjectives of any series that words were synonymous expressions. We succeeded, we were victorious, we accomplished the feat. And I'm going to change my notes to have this one. So these all mean the same thing, basically. And then the final one is just having a paragraph where it all starts the same. So I have a dream that one day this nation will rise and live out to the truest meaning of the creed. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, see, his I have a dream speech starts with I have a dream. It's very memorable. And then he says, I have a dream that this, I have a dream that this, something different. I have a dream that this, something different. So that's all very memorable, right? Okay. This was a very long episode. If you're here listening, thank you. Have a great day.